Okay, this is Jacob Schmidt with DeerHuntingSchool.com. I'm out here at the bow range. I just bought me a brand new set of sights. My last ones got hung up in a patch of briars and tore messed my sights up, so I bought me a brand new pair. I've been wanting some with 7 pins because I like shooting long distance just for the fun of it. So I'll be able to I'll have a 80-yard pin. But anyways, the point of this video is to show you a little trick that I use for setting multiple pins at different distances. Now, first, to get your 20-yard pin set, you shoot a group of arrows and then follow the group with your pin to get it sighted in. Okay, let's just say you're shooting for here. Okay, let's just say you were shooting for here. Okay, let's say you hit arrow here, here, here. Okay, that would mean that on your pins, as you have pins out here, okay, you have your pins out here. Let's just say your first pin was the green pin. There is some screws and stuff on your sights where you can move the entire pin leftward. So on this right here, you would need to move your whole pin sight left towards where your group is, okay? And then you would need to move, you can either move, to start off with, you could move the whole pin sight downward, or you could move this one pin downward. Okay, so then say you done that, you moved it leftward and you moved it downward, okay? And then, okay, then your next group you hit, say you hit here. So then in that case you would need to move down, move your sights downward, okay? And then that would get you on. And then once you get on here, okay, at 10 yards or even closer, guys, you can start out at 5 yards until you can get them things in. Then you can step out to 10 and then out to 20. Okay, the purpose is to get that first pin set right on the money, okay? And to do that, you do this right here, okay? If you have a group here that hits here and you're trying to get up to the red, you'd need to follow your pin. So you'd move your pin downward, and you'd move your sights to the left, okay, until you get them things hitting right on the money, okay. So I think that right there should help you. That's all you got to do, just follow where your group is, okay. I have mine pretty well sighted in. I mean, I can hit within a 2-inch circle at 20 yards. So I have my 20-yard pin sighted in. We're going to set the 30-yard pin, and I'm going to show you how I do that. And what I do is, there's the 30-yard target there, straight in front of me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot a group of arrows right dead at the center of that bullseye, that target. I'm going to shoot 5 arrows with my 20-yard pin, okay? So stay with me here, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So I shoot 5 arrows, or 3 arrows, whatever. I'm going to just shoot 5 just for the heck of it, probably, so that I can see my group real good. And then I'm going to show you what I do. Okay, so let me shoot these 5 arrows, and we'll look at it in just a second, and I'll show you the rest. Okay, here's my 30-yard group I just shot. Okay, guys, this is what I've done here. I took my 10 and 20-yard pin. I aimed right here. Okay, I aimed right for that bullseye there at 30 yards. Okay, so I used my 10 and 20-yard pin at 30 yards. I aim there. What I actually done is I hit a group down here just a little low. It's just a hair bit to the left, but that's okay. So I hit a group down here. Now my pins are like this. This is my 10-yard pin. Now at the moment, my next pin, which will be my 30-yard pin, it's down here somewhere. So what I'm actually doing, I step off it back at 30 yards. I hold the bow like I'm holding it at full draw. I don't actually draw it, but I hold it at full draw. I look at that pin, I loosen it, and I will slowly move that pin upward, okay, until I get it right over this group. Once I get my next pin, which is another green pin, I get it right over where that group hit. I lock that dude down, and I have my 30-yard pin set. Okay, so this one here, this pin here is my 10, 20, and then my next pin right now is down here. So my 30-yard pin is down here, but I'm fixing to slide that dude up until it's right over the top of this group. and then I'm going to lock it down, and that's going to be my 30-yard pin, okay?
Okay, so I'm going to walk back at 30 yards and I'm going to show you on my pins what I will do. So you can see on the target I was aiming here and I hit right here about 5 inches low. Just right at the bottom of this circle here. Pretty well even with this. Looks like I'm hitting about an inch or two to the left, and I'll fix that later. I'm not worried about that right this second. I can do all my pins at the same time, do my windage adjustment. Right now I'm worried about my up and down, okay? But what I do is I stand back and hold my bow up to the target. I'm going to hold this 20-yard pin right for that bullseye that I was aiming at. And I'm going to slide my 30-yard pin upward, just slightly upward, until my 30-yard pin is setting right over the top of that group that I just shot. And then once I do that, I'll get my arrows and I'll shoot my 30 and make any fine-tuning adjustment. But after I do that, I should hit pretty much that bullseye with my 30-yard pin. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I get done. All you do is just loosen these screws here on the side, which is my 30-yard pin, which is this one right here. Okay, I'm going to loosen that, and I'm going to hold it up, and I'm going to slide it up until it's right over my group. My 20-yard pin, I'm holding it dead on the bullseye I was shooting for right now, okay? And my 30-yard pin is right in the middle of that group of arrows I just shot. So now I tighten that down, and I'm going to shoot a group of 5 arrows with my 30-yard pin this time and see if that's not... With these sights on this bow, I've shot it 15 times. There's my group with my 30-yard pin, because if you see that arrow, I've shot this sights 15 times, and I've got my 20 and my 30 set where I could go hunting this evening and shoot a deer at 20 and 30. I'm going to do the exact same thing at 40, and then my 40-yard will be set as well. And there may be a little fine-tuning with it, but I would be able to hunt with this bow within about, I could set every one of these pins from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 yards, all within probably about an hour, using this little method here. And what I done is I shot at this deer right here. If you see this deer, I shot at this deer with my 30-yard pin. Now this is at 40 yards. I shot with 30 yard. And you see here I have a group about 4 inches low right in here. Okay, so I'm going to step back at 40 yards. I'm going to hold my 30-yard pin here, and I'm going to slide my 40-yard pin up until it gets onto this group of arrows here, okay? When my 40-yard pin is setting over this group of arrows, I have one off, but anyways, when my 40-yard pin is setting over this, then my 40 yards is pretty much set. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and my 40 yards will be set, and I'll be able to shoot my 40, make sure it's on pretty close, and then move on to 50, and then however far I want to shoot out. This is a really cool trick if you've got a bow and you need to set it up pretty quick. It helps. Okay, here we go. I'm just there's my pins. You can see I've got my 10, my 20, which is my top pin. I've got my 30, I've got my 40. Okay, I've got all my pins set all the way out to 80 yards. I haven't fine-tuned them or anything, but you can see there, they're all set pretty close, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot now I've ruined one arrow in the process, so I'm down to 4 arrows. There's my arrows. I'm gonna shoot this one same target at 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, and 10 yards, and I'm gonna try to shoot here every time, okay? I'm not gonna shoot for the deer, even though I can do it at 50, at 60, 50, 60 yards and closer, okay? I'm going to shoot for here because I'm not that confident at 80 and 70 yards shooting this close here. I might shoot over the target or something. So I'm going to try to shoot here every time. I'm going to show you guys a group. Now this is rough. I'm not fine-tuned them yet, but this is this process I just showed you. I'm just going to shoot a group and show you at each yardage where the groups are, and just show you how accurate this can really be. If you get your first pin locked in right and then you follow it all the way down, okay? So here we go. Okay, I just shot 4 arrows at 80 yards, and there's the target up there. It's the furthest one away, so we're going to walk up there and see. Look at what the arrows, where they hit. Okay guys, this method that I just showed you at 80 yards, There's my arrows there. They're just all a little to the right. And I'm going to show you, hold my hand up there so you can see. There's the circle. Guys, these two arrows here are about maybe 3 inches to the right. These here, so guys, that's 80 yards there. Okay guys, here is a 70 yard group, and I'm shooting as close as I can to here. It's hard to hold right there exactly because it's so far away, and I can't hardly see that. I can see this brown patch, and I'm shooting right for the top of it, so I'm actually shooting right in here somewhere. We have one pretty much bullseye. We have two right here and one here. Guys, my hand will cover all of them arrows, okay? Oh, that's at 70 yards using this method that I showed you. No fine tuning, just shooting after I done every step that I done all the way out to 80 yards, and then this is it right here, guys. So there's 70 yards right there. Okay guys, same method, no fine tuning. There's my group at 60 yards, okay? Okay guys, here's our 50 yard group, pretty much all bullseyes in the orange. I can definitely see that my group is actually from where I'm shooting, because I'm actually shooting about here. My group's about, maybe 2 inches low, but with some fine tuning, we're gonna be right where we need to be. That's 50 yards right there. Okay, here we go. This here's 40 yards. And pretty much again, all bullseyes using this method, no fine tuning yet. It's working pretty good. We're gonna shoot 30 next, but right here, guys, that's 40 yards, okay? Okay guys, there's 30 yards, same method. I'm gonna switch to a different target because someone else just got to the range and shoot the 20 and 10 at their actual targets. So the next two I'm gonna shoot at the deer. At 20 and 10 yards, I'm gonna shoot at the deer, but that was 30 yards. Okay, this here's 20 yards shooting at the deer. Like I said, I switched targets. Shooting at the deer using that method, sighting your bow in. And we have one arrow here, there's actually two arrows right there, side by side. So there's that. At 20 yards, I'm gonna do 10. Okay guys, this is 10 yards, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. I shot these arrows in different spots because I didn't want it to cost me $40, $50 to make this video. So anyway, check out deerhuntingschool.com for more information on deer hunting, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Use this method to get your bow yardage sighted in quick, okay? Have a good day, and bye.